to do with Dionne. So before she even gets started, we really didn't get a chance to prep for any of this. So what you hear is really what's going on. So Dionne is a beast. I would just say that a beast in her own right, long before I came along, long before we had a conversation. And so I thought it was very important that I get to share some of the amazing stories of women that are really doing it big and women that have decided that they're going to own their power. So Dionne, let's just kind of jump into this, because I remember and we both met at an event. We won't necessarily say the name. We met at an event. We were both sharing the stage. And all I saw was this beautiful, you had on leather. I remember that. And I saw you, you flew by me. I'm like, who is that? She was just like all about her business. I said, she probably was prior military, or she was somebody, something, somewhere doing it, because you were so serious. You were straightforward. You were on a mission. And so, Dionne, I want to kind of you to share who you are and who it is that you serve.
Well, first of all, Dr. Sonia, thank you for having me. Thank you for the opportunity. And that day that we met was a crazy day. And I get that military comment all the time. I've never been in the military, but I'm just targeted and focused. So my background comes from corporate America. So I am Dionne McGee, and this has been the best transition ever. I'll say that. But when we met that day, it was crazy. Yes, we shared the stage, but I have just been focused, and my focus is women, to help women get to their leadership. A lot of times we stand behind the scenes or behind the curtain as women. I come from corporate America, and I know what the struggle is to work in a non-diverse and inclusive place, always having to fight for your seat or spot at the table, always trying to bring someone else on, right? I was like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of being undervalued and unappreciated. And I said, I know my value and I know my worth. Why not create a space and build a table for other women to come and sit with me to help get them to where they're supposed to be? So that's how all of this started. So it's great.
So what was it, kind of share the reason why you began doing that? And I know you alluded to it a little bit about, it was just crazy. You were always having to fight in corporate. So what was the turning point that made you do the transition? And because it was like you walked away and gave the deuces to corporate America and started helping other women. What was that one turning point that you can describe to the women that are listening right now that made you say, you know what, this is enough? And then you went through that, but then you turned around and reached back to help other women make the transition as well.
Oh, that's a great question. So part of my role in the corporate space, I was the only African-American female in the executive suite. Part of my role entailed me speaking and traveling the country, doing leadership tours, right? And women would come to me during the course of these travels and tours and speaking engagements. Hey, I need you to be my coach. I love your message, this, that, and the other. And I blew it off because it was part of my job, right? So I was like, hey, well, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm going back to work. But then the meeting planners were like, hey, there's something more to it than what you're doing. You really need to tap into it. But I'm looking like, this is one of the bullets on my job description. This is what I do for corporate. I'm not trying to be anybody's speaker type thing, right? But it kept happening, and they kept coming, and to the point where God was tapping me on the shoulder like, hey, pay attention. I'm sending people to you for a reason. You're supposed to be doing something else, right? But what really got my attention was when I fell asleep one night. I had this dream that I had made it to the pearly gates. Okay, I'm gonna give you the short story. I made it to the pearly gates, and I could not get in because God checked my record, and I did everything that I was called to do except this one thing. And the one thing that I didn't do, he said to me, he said, I see your chart looks good, daughter. He said, but on your chart, something's missing. I had heart palpitations, sweating the whole nine. So I'm like, what's missing, God? He said, I didn't see where you became the empowerment speaker that I called, equipped, and created you to be.
Wow.
Okay.
Right. Chills.
Right. And I tell that when I talk. So I was like, he said, so there are people on earth whose hopes, dreams, goals, and aspirations will die because they never had an opportunity to hear you speak.
Wow.
Now, and I woke up
from that. And
what
happened?
What? I woke up from that crying, cold sweat, pillow soaked with tears. And I vowed that morning, it was 3-4 o'clock in the morning, that day forward, by any means necessary, whatever I had to do to get it done, I was getting it done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that one gave me chills because I truly believe that happens to visionaries, especially when you're supposed to be doing more. And
Mm-hmm.
then I believe when we don't do it, it chases us,
Yes.
especially when you're supposed to and you begin to have the things that happen to you. So Dionne, kind of fast forward a little bit, you stepped out, you started speaking and all of that. So how was it then versus when you and I, and then take us to when you and I had that conversation that day when you came to the workshop? Kind of lay that out for us.
I feel free. I can honestly say that I feel a weight has been lifted off of me simply because I am now not answering the call to speak by a mandate of a job description.
Yeah.
It is freeing. It is rewarding. The impact that it's making to the lives of others. Well, I can't say you have no idea. You have an idea. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Oh,
But
yes.
to see women really step into their element is the most rewarding gift that I could ever get. So I'm glad that we met that day. And I don't know if I even told you this. My daughter was the one that said, hey, you got to get with Dr. Sonia. You have to get in her coaching program. She was the one that made me come to the workshop.
Wow.
For real.
To her, I said, thank you. I didn't know that you did.
Yeah.
The child had to say, Mama, come on now. Look, I know you're strong, but come on for a second.
She said she has something to offer you on top of what you're already doing. There's a piece that's missing, and she has the missing piece. You have to go to this workshop. You must.
And I remember you came to your eyes, but you were excited the whole time. You're like, okay, wait, hold on, Todd. And I remember it is always, that is my reward especially when you meet other powerful women, not just strong, because there's a lot of strong women out there, but when you meet another powerful woman and you can say, and I remember looking you in your eye face to face, it's like, Dionne, I get it. I know you're already making it do what it do. You're making it happen, but you're missing something.
Right.
And I remember you saying, well, Dr. Sonia, I only need this, and this. I said, oh, really? That's what you, I'll let you finish the rest of that. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
I'm trying to make my own program. I was doing the a la carte.
Yeah, for sure.
But the funny part was how you quickly checked me. You like, you know what? My program is not for you. You said it ever so eloquently. It was beautiful. My program is not for you. You're not ready. I was like, I am ready, doc.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I'm just saying. And I think it was because, Dionne, a lot of times when we come, and it's always like, and I had to learn this, and I'll be honest, being a major in the United States military, dealing with or having the coaches that high premium coaches coming on board, jumping on board with them. And I had to get to a place where you are not the leader in this. You have to get to a place. It's not following. I'm still a leader in all of that, but I needed to learn how it's done. And so that was a conversation. I just had a flashback of 5 years prior to you coming on board. You got to get to a place where you're coachable. Even though especially you're going to be responsible for other folks' lives. Now let me get in place where I can grow. Because Dionne, this was my desire was, I never wanted to bring on women like you. I never wanted to coach women like you if I was not at a place where I'm continuous to grow. A lot of times you get coaches that are out there and you come on board, y'all growing together. No, ma'am. You have to go through the process. So I know, and I laugh. I'm like, I'm so sorry. My apologies. I didn't mean to check you like that. But I saw what was going to take place. I literally saw if she would just allow me to walk her on this journey, she is going to be something to be reckoned with. And that's the conversation we were talking about, the investment. You're like, whew, you took a deep breath. You're like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I said, you'll get your return on your investment. So let's get to the place you made your investment and your return. What have you been able to accomplish now?
Wow. So let me say this first. The piece that was really missing for me was the product, the coaching piece on the back end. So to be able to speak and to actually offer something other than a book that's at a table, right? We need more than that. So make sure you guys make note of that. But what has happened since that time? Yes, I made an investment. I have reaped my investment and some. So it is well worth it. I now have a coaching program that I'm putting together. I have students that are already signing up for the coaching program, which is phenomenal. So to take it virtual, if you will, considering where we are, So it's online. I don't have to do it every day. It's something that they can, it's self-paced learning, which is awesome, right? But even with that, not being able to get out right now,
Yeah.
virtual summits are taking place. So I'm,
Yes.
participating in things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Doing my own events on Fridays, speaking, because I felt like, what is it that I can offer people as
Yes.
a speaker in the
Yes.
midst of what we're going through to empower them, still keep moving, still
Yeah.
keep pushing. So that is happening. But the icing on the cake was when I just got the award for a 5-figure contract, government contract, okay, to do webinars for them. So I'm
Yes.
like, I probably would have never even tapped into that had I not come through the program, because I would have just been thinking, be on the stage, be on the stage, be on the stage. There are so many ways to scale this business till it's not even funny.
Yes. And I love seeing you just glow like that, because like traditional folks, I'm just going to speak. I'm just going to speak. And I was like, okay, Dionne, you're too doggone amazing just to be speaking, and nothing against anybody listening to this or what have you, but there's so much more. You owe the audience a right to work with you, because what do, Dionne, when you're done? They're running up. Oh my gosh, I got questions. I need this. You're like, girl, I just gave you 45 minutes of the best presentation and you want more. Now they get there more. Get there more. So how does that feel to you? Now you're still on stages, matter of fact, summits, but you give people the opportunity to learn and glean from you. How does that feel to you?
That is an amazing opportunity, and that allows me to actually tap into the things that I've honed in just with me for so long, and just giving them snippets, the 45 minutes on the stage. I mean, we could do this for hours, for days. There's much more, but you have to scale back and put it in a nice little condensed package as to what you can say on a stage, because you only have a little bit of time, right? But that is the introduction to what comes beyond working with someone and helping someone move the needle, as you will, to get them to where they really need to be. That gives me, that's my motivation. So they say that I empower them and help them move. That's my motivation to see. And I'm sure you feel the same way. The same way you say I'm glowing, it makes you feel great, because I've had the opportunity to work with you. So I've come from here to here now. So business is real different.
Yes, for sure. Yes. And it's booming for you. I remember you were on the call. He was like, I got this contract. I'm like, yes, I expect this. There's going to be so much more. There's going to be more. Be ready for even the more. So Dionne, let me ask you this question. I just want you to just kind of paint a picture for some that when you are asked to invest, I would say at a higher level, to learn and to get to these 6 and 7 figures. What is really going through your mind if you've never been asked before? Because I think we kind of briefly, you had a coach before.
Right.
This time it was a little different, maybe the investment or what have you. What was this shift in your mindset that you had to make just for you to be able to comprehend, okay, I'm about to do this. I know I trust me. Right? Not just trusting Dr. Sonia. I trust me and I'm going to bet on me. What is the mindset shift that you had to make?
The mindset shift was simply this. I thought to myself of how many times I have invested in other people. How many times I have signed up and pushed and promoted everyone else's dream. How I have inspired others to do. And I knew that the next level was going to cost me something, right? So I said to myself, okay, this is where we are. We want to go somewhere different. And in order for us to go somewhere different, we have to do something different. Now, in 6 months from now, 90 days from now, this is a conversation I'm having with myself. Dionne, you want to be in another place, right? And in order for you to be in that other place, you have to do something. The 90 days and the 6 months and the year is going to come regardless whether you do or not. But if you're really serious about doing and being this other person and helping other people to grow as well, you have no choice but to make the investment.
Oh yeah, I remember you. It was just, you know how you can feel the nervousness. I know you started working with your clients and all that. You can feel the nervousness. I could feel it. And I remember putting my arm around you. It's like, girl, I got you. I said, I got you, because so many people, go ahead. You wanted to say something?
No, I was just saying, I remember it just like it was yesterday.
It was almost like you literally wanted to cry. I could tell you like, no, I'm going to do this. We're going to do this. And did it even take you 90 days?
No. It didn't even take 90 days for me to see the change, to see the shift, to see the return on the investment. So really, I mean, it's a win-win situation. I just had to get the mindset right, okay? Get beyond the investment, because I was betting on me. I was betting on you too. And my daughter was like, I don't know what it is, but it's something about Dr. Sonia. You have no choice. She was like, you have no choice. And she was like, Mom, I know you have it. Stop playing. Just pay lady.
Oh my goodness. I had no idea your daughter had that conversation.
Yes.
Tell her, well, I say thank you to her on behalf of you, because of I've seen you always coming in like a firecracker, but even more so now, a firecracker getting paid is what we're going to call it.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. And so, Dionne, what would you tell someone that's on the fence of investing in themselves? Now, whether it's with me or anyone, what would you say to them about the investment of where they want to go and what the results that they want to achieve? What would you say to that woman on the I would say on the fence of what she wants to do next?
Time waits for no one. And if you reflect back to what I just said about my dream, everyone has something that they have been called, created, and equipped to do on this planet. And it's not necessarily the 9-to-5 grind. You are far greater than the opportunities that people say you are qualified for, if you will, right? So the conversation is simply this. In order for you to be happy, and I mean truly happy about what it is that you've been called to do, equipped to do, and to move the needle and be the person that you really want to be, because a lot of us are walking around smiling yet miserable. Okay. Yeah. A lot of us have all these roles and responsibilities. We're moms, we're daughters, we're wives, we're employees, all these things, yet smiling, still miserable. In order for you to really get to the next level, the time is now to make the investment. With the age in which we're in right now, the clock is ticking. Time waits for no one. Do not wait another second to put yourself first. That's what I would say.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And I wrote something down because I want to make sure, because your whole mantra is about roar. And I want you to kind of share that with those that are listening. But this is the other thing, before I get to that. I always remember and kind of share, like, because I never really asked this question of what takes place in Women Speaking Real Rich every single week. And you see women come in from around the world and they're having this conversation. And I always see you come in and use you as an example majority of the time, because you come in the same way every single time, on fire, every Wednesday on fire. And it's just so rewarding. So let me say this from this perspective, Dionne. Most as coaches, when we come in, most people think, oh, it's about the money, it's about the money. And I'm very selective about who I work with. Yeah, I'll have a conversation, a workshop, but there are some folks who's like, nah, it's not a good time for you. And I said that to you because of where you were really thinking, not the fact that I wasn't 100% sure you could do this, but it is more seeing so many women. So 2 parts on this. Share about your roar, and what has it been like for you to be in a group of like-minded women that are on this journey as well?
Wow, that's a great question. So roar simply means to be relentless, optimistic, ambitious, and results driven. That is who I am. Those are the women that I surround myself with. As I said, I came from the corporate space. So the title of my book, Finding Your Roar, is me finding my voice, me getting to the next level outside of what corporate America says that I'm qualified to do and to be for them. Instead of them saying, hey, we're going to pay you this, I can go make that in a month now compared to what you want to pay me in a year. Like, no. So it gives me such pleasure to join in on Wednesdays, to be in a group of women that think like me. Okay, when I say, and I'm talking about a buffet, if you will, of women, black, white, yellow, purple, green, does not matter. It is a powerful group of women. I have seen women come in shy that have changed. I have seen women come in scared to death. I have seen women recently quit their jobs like, I'm going to get this thing, like, by any means necessary. I look forward to Wednesdays, like, for real, because it's so empowering to see what is actually happening in the lives of women. We are coming from behind the curtain and people are now hearing our voices. We are all roaring. And I want that for every woman that I encounter, for her to know who she is, what she has to add, what her value add is, and how she can impact the world.
Wow, that is so powerful what you just said, because it's all, I think, you know, being in a group of diversity
Yeah.
and a doggone buffet, as you called it,
Yeah.
of all
Yeah.
these women, nobody's thinking about race. We're all thinking about, girl, let's get this, the way y'all
Right.
celebrate each other. And I honestly, there's mornings when I wake up and say, Lord, thank you.
Yes.
Just for giving me the opportunity to find my voice, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time knowing my value. And I share with you and everyone else, I sit and pray, meditate, and I believe in the law of attraction all day.
Oh yeah.
And my prayer was, send me women that are not just strong, but are powerful, that want more. Just send them where they are. Let me meet them where they are. Let's have a conversation and talk to the baby. Because I know you have given birth to triplets for sure in a
Right.
short period of time.
Yes.
So it's so rewarding. And so when you talk about your roar, your book sits on my table along with my books, believe it or not.
Yay.
So when people come, well, not now, but when they come,
Right.
like, what's this book? I said, oh, this is Dionne. So I've read halfway through, and
Okay.
I said what I wanted to do, and I see I'm gonna put this on here anyway. So I need you to
Okay.
get some more books ready. So
Okay.
when we roll out, you know, I've launched the membership portal, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to put those books inside of their gift box.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Thank
we'll
you.
have it. We'll have that conversation for
Okay.
sure. Because as I'm reading, I'm like, oh my goodness, wait a minute. What? You know, you don't get the opportunity. I get a lot of books, Dionne. I'll be
Right.
honest. I have stacks of books, and I may read the front and the back. But the roar spoke to me even the more, because that's who I am.
Right.
And so if I can help other women through your book get that out there, it's going to be powerful. So I just want to say thank you
Thank you.
on behalf of your clients that are here now and that are coming, for saying yes to your next level. Thank you
Yes.
for listening to your daughter.
Yes, yes. I'm super excited about what lies ahead. I appreciate the opportunity, but this has been an amazing ride, and I'm excited for everybody else that joins and gets on the Wednesday calls.
Awesome. Thank you, Dionne, so much for
Thank
this.
you.